Drum tracking is done so many different ways. I think that you could probably break it down to a few different groups or schools. I'm gonna kind of break it down to a way that I like best. Usually, less mics is better. And so your few choices, I call them like snapshots, like pictures if you think of them. Each microphone's taking a picture of the drum kit instead of a picture of one drum and then taking to split it all apart into 16 different microphones and then putting Humpty Dumpty back together again. It just seems kind of like a silly way to record drums. I understand it, but I don't subscribe. So really the one I'm going to walk you through right now, the drum kit that we have sitting over here is mic'd for a session coming up, and it's not mic'd as I would do it, but we're going to talk about how one of the different techniques. Mostly I like to record drums with a mono overhead, usually a room microphone, hanging right over the top, over in this direction, hanging down right towards the snare drum. The next microphone I like is I get my ear right down here, approximately where my hand is. Sometimes it's a little lower, sometimes it's further back, sometimes it's more forward. And what we do is just try to take a good picture of the low end from the kick drum, bottom of the snare, and the hi-hat. A lot of times that's what we would get with that microphone. A really good basic drum picture. Almost to where this microphone could be it, could be the whole thing. A lot of times for the verses of a song, that's what you would use. You would just use a smaller amount of the drum miking and then open some of the other mics up for the chorus or different parts of the song. Helps you create change. So, and then obviously back in the rear of the drum kit, down by the floor tom, you would get a second microphone. So that way you've got a front and a back microphone. That's going to get the bottom of the floor tom, the bottom of the snare, and the front of the kick. So sometimes you have to play with the phase and flip it out of phase. So your basic drum miking is your front, your back, and your overhead. Everything else is kind of safety tracks at that point. If you choose to put microphones on your toms, or you choose to do separate snare and kick miking, I advise doing the separate snare and kick miking, bottom of the snare as well, just to have those to blend in, to give just a little extra stick or hit to the sound. But the main sound should really be what the sound of the kit is, not trying to take all the individual microphones and making a kit sound out of it. I just think that that's a little rough. We'll usually take room microphones and put them in the corners of the room. I like them on the floor, a la Steve Albini, because Steve taught me how to do that. So I think that, actually I think I just stole it from him really. His drum techniques are awesome. But anyway, I think individual cymbal mics and stuff like that only add phase problems to your drum kit. If you'd like to have cymbal mics, I think a nice X pattern over the kit is a better idea than trying to individual mic a cymbal. You throw that in, your phase stuff's really going to start getting squirrely. That's it. I really do like that front-back drum thing. Sometimes I like to just use the one track that's over the top of the kit and the kick drum, and that's it.